I think we will get things started. Welcome everybody to Blueprint for Bookings, ways to maximize your scheduling. Today's speakers are myself. My name is Simon McKenzie. I'm a product marketing manager for Sports Engine Motion. And I'm here today with Kristen Weingarten, who is our senior account manager, product expert, and all around amazing person. Kristen, how are you?
I'm doing great, Simon. How are you?
Good. Thanks for asking. Just a quick highlight and high-level explanation of Sports Engine Motion, the platform itself, before we dive into it. I know we've got current customers, we've got prospective customers here, so just want to make sure that we touch on this quickly. Sports Engine Motion is a collection of powerful software tools that help you manage each aspect of your class-based business all from one place. You're managing classes, financials, communications, scheduling, your online presence with a free website, and that's just a tiny little snippet of all the tools that are available, all from one login. It's a lot of functionality in one view. To give you some highlights of what sets us apart is outlined there below. At the bottom is just one, first and foremost, is our personal onboarding and support team. The team is based here in Minneapolis, and I'm sure there might be some customers here that were onboarded by that team themselves, and they are absolute rock stars. Whether it's someone who's trying out software to help manage this stuff for the first time, or moving from a different software, the team has seen it all and does a great job setting up our customers for success. The other big highlights here are set and forget auto billing. This is a great game changer where you're able to enjoy a logged off, zero-click experience and just setting up your billing once and then letting the system handle the rest. Don't need to stay up late or having to do menial repetitive tasks for invoicing or billing. The system can just run itself. And then you're able to manage on the go and manage everything from your day-to-day, and running an organization can be very fast-paced. So Motion is designed to move with you from either our desktop, a tablet, or from our top-rated mobile app, which is free. Manage everything at a glance. Communication and billing tools featured in a lot of other robust features in addition to that. But enough about Sports Engine Motion, at least just the broader platform for now. Let's dive into our meat and potatoes of this webinar here, which is bookings. And I'm going to just pivot over here to Kristen. Kristen, let's take us through a quick bookings 101. What is a booking?
Bookings have been designed for any one-to-one relationship that you are doing at your gym, your club, your business. So it's really great for birthday parties, private lessons, gym rental space or space rental, equipment rentals, anything that needs a one-to-one relationship, you can now manage through bookings.
That's awesome. So a quick example of that, right, would just be private gymnastics lesson at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday for one person, one instructor, one place and time, right?
Correct.
Awesome. But there's more versatility to it, and there's a lot of impacts that can be drawn from the bookings tool itself. So it's great for adding an additional revenue stream for organizations. You're able to manage schedules, cancellations, reservations, all while creating a really impactful bonus revenue stream that can help drive your own growth. It's great for efficiently managing the different resources that you have available to you. Say you have instructors who've got extra time and energy beyond their standard classes, or you've got specialized equipment that could be used or rented out on a one-to-one basis, or you've got unused space that could be leveraged throughout the days or on the weekends. And then it's also an enhanced offering to your members, just helping to elevate their own experiences too. You can set your organization apart by offering something that others can't, or at least a booking experience that might be just more enjoyable and clear. The intuitive system is really empowering for customers to be able to view and book classes with ease without any additional questions or concerns in there, and helps encourage loyalty and retention. So I think we've got a good established foundational education of bookings. What do you say we just dive right into the platform? Does that sound good?
It. Yes, let's go. So bookings should now live in your back office on your website. If you do not see bookings yet and you are a current Sports Engine Motion customer, no worries. Get in touch with our support team, get in touch with your account manager, and we will get it turned on for you by the end of the day. Just get in touch with us and we'll get it on. But when you see bookings back here, you would navigate to bookings admin to manage everything. Just like everything else within Sports Engine Motion, we always encourage you to start with your settings tab. So let's go through what some of these are. You have some options to let parents and guardians email the instructors. You can choose some of the settings that you would like to show for filters, which would appear on the left-hand side of your bookings inventory, along with what kind of accepted payment methods that you have. Your programs, just like under class admin, these are going to get shared with your classes, but it's a way to organize your different things that you have at your business. So you see, I already have one created that's birthday parties. I already have some private lesson type of things. So again, these are shared through classes, but at any time, if you need to make new ones, just click that new program button, type in what it is here and add a description and save it, and it will get added to your list instantly. Your sub-programs are, again, a way to divide out the different things that you're offering. So, for example, if I had private lessons and I wanted to separate out ballet privates versus tap privates, I can be doing that as well, just for an organizational piece for your parents and guardians, again, to find what they are looking for. So in this case, I am going to make another one here, and I'm just going to name it private lessons. And make sure you always pick the program that is going to get associated back to. And then this is a really big one. If you decide to have this on, if someone has an unapplied credit or payment sitting on their account for fundraising purposes or anything, they will be able to use that credit up at the time of their booking. Your locations are the different locations that you might have for your business, along with any zones. So this would be where you want them to meet in your facility or where that private lesson could occur. Maps are the physical location that associate back to that location. So make sure you type in that address so people know where to find you. And then your pages, this particular page would show information above your bookings inventory. So this could be anything for how to schedule a booking or some things you would want them to know. Along with the success page, this would be a welcome or a thank you for scheduling. Again, you can put that in here, whatever messages you want. Thank you for registering. We can't wait to see you. Please remember these few items. Once your settings are complete, you are going to make your way back over to the bookings admin page. Don't forget too, we do have some of these pop-ups to help you do this as you're building, but as always, you're going to click that green new booking button. Let's start with building out some birthday parties. So you name it whatever you would like and make sure you pick the correct program and sub-program that would associate back to your booking. You can pick a instructor. Important note, if you leave this blank, you cannot go back and change it. So as you're making it, make sure you pick the instructor or the coach that this booking is associated back to. You're going to want to choose your location and the map so they know how to find you. A zone if they're going to be meeting in a certain spot at your facility. Any ages that you might have, age limits, gender restrictions. The next is we always recommend having things as not logged in. That means parents and guardians can come see these bookings without having to go through or having to log in or anything. So anyone that comes to your site can see them. Another pro tip is we always recommend having this turned to yes. That means after someone has registered for the booking, it will show up in the mobile app for them. Agreements are any waivers and agreements you would like them to sign when they sign up, along with dress code instructions for them and any description. So for birthday parties, it'd be great to list out what your different birthday party packages could be so they can read those ahead of time. When you hit save, it takes you straight over to your dates and times. So for birthday parties, again, make sure you pick your correct time zone, but this is going to be my October schedule for birthday parties. You can, of course, make this for the whole calendar year. You could make it for 9 months, a full year, whatever you would like. In this case, we are just going to do it for the month of October. I would like this to show up on my website starting today, and I would like people to start signing up and registering for these birthday parties immediately. So go put in when it would be open for registration for people to schedule this. My birthday parties are going to be only 60 minutes long, but no matter what they are, put that in here. A couple different things you have options for getting things scheduled. So for the standard month of October, I'm going to allow for birthday parties from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Sundays. I'm going to offer them on Friday nights, and I'm going to say from 6 to 8. Those are my options. Make sure you flip your AMs to PMs. Then we also do them on Saturdays. So again, what this is doing is from October 1st to October 31st. These are the options I have available for people to sign up for this birthday party. Once you hit save, you are going to get this view in calendar. So we're going to go there first so you can see exactly what we've built out so far. So when I click on view in calendar, I go to my month of October and I get to see all those dates and times that I put in. But let's say I know, that Sunday the 29th, that's a big Halloween day, right? That's when everyone's going to go trick-or-treating. I just want to remove all my availability. I'm not going to do anything for that day. So what this is perfect for is if you know with your standard schedule, you're not going to be able to do that private lesson, that birthday party, you're out of town, the gym might be closed, maybe you're away at a competition, you can remove the entire day. Or, on this particular day, I just know I can't do one day, you can click and remove just one calendar. So once you've double checked all of that, you can also add in any additional one-off. So if I do outside of this normal schedule, if I know on a different day of the month, maybe on Monday, October 2nd, I'm going to do one birthday party at 6 o'clock, goes all the way to 7. I'm just doing this one additional option. You can also add that in. So up here, again, standard, what the standard schedule would be during this date range that you specified at the top. Any additional ones that are outside of your standard hours are added here. And if you ever need to remove any for any reason, come do that within the date time tab and that view in calendar. Once this looks good, we need to make our way over to the booking payment plans. We need people to be able to pay for this. So we are going to put in a plan name. I'm just going to name it Package 1. I'm going to make my payment plan item. And I am going to make sure I pick my charge category so my reporting is correctly. For birthday party 1, let's say I want them to pay $100 as soon as they sign up and another $100 right on the appointment date. So what this would do is charge them $100 again as soon as they register. And then whatever date my birthday party is scheduled for, it would also charge $100 to that account on that birthday party date. Remember, you can have different package or different payment plans available for anything. So I want to make a package 2. Maybe my package 2 is more expensive. So I cloned my plan and now I'm changing it. I just want $150 due at registration. And I'm going to do $100 on the appointment date. You also, remember, can always do, I'm just going to clone it again. And let's say I want it to be a package 2, but a pay in full. I can come also edit my plan. And we'll just make this $250 right at registration. So if anyone were to choose this option, they would pay everything up front. So you can have multiple options for payment plans available, just like you can in class admin for people to choose at checkout. At this time, this appointments tab is going to be blank, but as people come and sign up for any birthday parties for this particular booking, they would appear back here. Don't forget, of course, you can always share this to certain accounts. You can always get the link, post on Facebook, do whatever you need to again, promote the different offerings you have at your business. All right, let's do one more example. Let's build out a private lesson just so, again, you guys can see how simple it is to do something else. So let's say I am doing some private lessons for gymnastics. If I can spell today. You're going to pick your right program and make sure you pick your sub-program that's correct. Add your instructor. Put in your locations. Any zone if you need it, age restrictions, genders. Again, I want not logged in. I want it to show up on the mobile app. I need all my waivers and agreements signed and any dress code instructions or booking descriptions of what we would do for that private lesson. And I hit save.
Hey, Kristen, real quick, if let's say I have, waivers that are already built into classes, do I need to rebuild them into the bookings or is that shared over automatically?
That is a great question. Any waivers that you already have in your system that you use for classes automatically get shared. So if you do need to add any additional ones, you just navigate to those org tools and agreements and add any additional waivers that you might need that are specialty for bookings. Don't forget too, all of our agreements and waivers are actually, they only have to sign them once as long as it is the same waiver and agreement. So if the waiver and agreement hasn't changed, it will not ask them to re-sign that agreement at any time until you add a different one in or make a change to that agreement or waiver.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, so we're going to continue booking out. You see, I scheduled for the rest of the calendar year with this private lesson. I do my private lessons on Sundays, and I only do them till 11:30 because I want to watch some football, right? And then I do some on Fridays at the end of my workday. Oops. All right, let me just go till 7 o'clock. Perfect. We'll hit save, and let's go over to our payment plans. And again, we're just gonna quickly add a payment plan option in for people. Pick your right charge category. Again, so important to make sure that you are tracking how your inventory comes in or how you collect your funds. And I'm gonna hit save. One very cool thing is after you build out private lessons too, don't forget you can clone. So you could easily switch this over to Simon's private lessons, get rid of the word clone. At this time too, make sure you switch the instructor since that cannot be changed after you've scheduled it. And if his duration is any different, oops, I cannot do that because of the times I put in, so show. No, we're gonna keep it at 30. Sorry, that was because some of the times I put in on the date and time. So once I go here, again, I can go to Simon's lessons and make any changes I need to in here, along with editing any payment plans. So very easy to go quickly clone the lessons too, so you can build out your one framework and keep going from there. Awesome. So now that we have some built, let's go look at what it looks like for a parent. So if you come over to bookings and go to bookings registration, this is exactly what they could see on their side. So like I mentioned, some of the filters that you have the ability to turn on and off, that is what appears over here on the left. But you see for gymnastics, private lessons, I have it under my program gymnastics. I put it under the sub-program of private lessons, and we see the Kristen and Simon lessons that we built out. And then if I keep scrolling down, I have my birthday parties. And again, we have those 3 different payment options, those different payment plans that we built as well for people to choose what they would want. So let's schedule some stuff. So a parent and guardian would click on that blue Schedule Now button and be able to navigate through the calendar to pick what would be best for their scheduling. So if in this case, if I wanted to add a birthday party, I could choose Add to Cart. And now I can go back to a private lesson. And again, we can come look at this calendar. I want to schedule here. I want to go here, right? We're just adding some days and times, again, to get scheduled out. So you see I have some multiple ones in here, and I can go to Checkout and Book Now. So this will have my 4 different options I just added. As always, they can switch the payment plan that they would like and assign the correct member to who is coming to the birthday party or the private lessons. In this case, right, we just have the one payment plan option, so we only have to assign our member to the different plans. Just like in class admin, they get to see their totals at the top, along with walking through what they would need to do for different waivers and agreements. So these have not been signed by these parties before, which is why it's asking them to do it now. All right, so now that those are taken care of, I'd go to my payment page or review page first. Sorry about that. And then we come over to payments. So this is where parents and guardians can fill out their billing information, enter their credit card number. I'm going to do cash just because this site does not actually accept credit cards. So they, again, would get to fill out their card information and hit pay now. You see right here, this is my thanks for registering. It was on the success screen, and I can close. So now that we've seen how parents registered and we built it, you can come track all of this under Bookings Admin again. So under the Reports tab is where you get to see all of your new registrations. So you'll see all the ones that I just scheduled within Kristen's private lessons and birthday parties. You get to see when it is scheduled for, the appointment date, the duration of that booking, when they registered, how much they paid, and of course, what payment plan they chose. You also have this instructor report under here where you would get to use filters to change out your different locations, to change out from different programs, maybe to even pick a certain instructor to see what they've done. Don't forget that, oh, let's switch this, right? My date range was not correct. That's why I didn't see anything for my private lessons. So I would here get to see this particular one was reserved, but these are all open. So this is a really great tool for you to see how many that each instructor have completed versus what was left still open. So you guys can be managing your schedule correctly as well. As always, whenever you're using these different filters, don't forget you can hit your blue save button and make any reports that you would need to that would fall under the default. All right, so next we'd like to show you guys how this can also look in the mobile app, how parents and guardians can see this via mobile, along with some admin work. So this first administrator view, you'd see on the left, jump ahead. Okay, so
Gotcha.
on the left, well, the GIFs don't appear to be working, but on the left, you would see on the homepage, there is a bookings reservation area that can take you over. And then on the right, what should be showing you is under the attendance portion. There is a section now that will have a bookings area that you get to see. It's going to say appointments. So you'll get to see any scheduled appointments for that particular day. And then for the parent side, what would happen here is that when they click on their little hamburger menu in the top left corner, they would get to go down and see the stuff that they've registered for on the days right within that calendar view. So bookings are available in the mobile app. Sorry, those GIFs aren't working at this time, but they are in there, I promise, for you to be managing those, like seeing who's scheduled and whatnot.
You know, Krista, I think after we tackled some questions, I think I actually have the video, so I can just share those quickly so they can see what those GIFs should have looked at least.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. All right, so we do have some questions to go through. Again, remember, if your question does not get answered during this time, you will get that FAQs after, or if it was really, we will get back in touch with you to make sure that everything is covered. So one of them is, how do I see my many privates coach has done for their payroll purposes? So for payroll purposes, this is not a payroll yet. We do not have that in here, but we definitely recommend coming under bookings and bookings admin again. In the reports tab at the top, you can use that instructor report to manage to see how many have been completed, and then you would be managing your payroll from there. Another question is, can you set up bookings at variable times? No, at this time when you're scheduling a booking, it would all be for the one set time. So if you are going to have some that are 30 minutes for 45 minutes, we suggest setting those up as completely separate bookings. If they do want to do a 60-minute one, we would recommend they just book 2 back-to-back 30-minute sessions to get to that 60-minute. But a booking is a set duration with a set coach. Sorry, just reading some more here, making sure we're getting them all in. At this time, you cannot, one of the questions was, can you set a booking window? Like they can only schedule 10 days in advance, 30 days in advance. That is not a feature we have at the moment. So if that's something that you guys want to handle at your facility, I would recommend changing this open for booking range. Because you can always continuously push this out. So for example, if this went till December, right, I only want to schedule through Halloween. As we're getting close to Halloween, again, you could push this out for another few weeks to then get the next few weeks. That's how I would suggest managing that at this time. One question, we got a couple of them, is there a way to manage time between events, like a buffer? So right now, when you are going to schedule, you do see that they do go back-to-back appointment times, right? I go from 11 to noon. So in that case, what I would recommend is you, if you're, build the buffer in. So while you put the duration to 60 minutes, I would say put it in the notes that all lessons are 45 minutes long or 50 minutes long. So you build that 10-minute buffer in to the scheduling, as buffers is not something that is you can put in at this time to put that little gap in. Is there an option for customers to pay cash at the time of lesson? Of course. So you just make that as an option under your bookings admin and your settings for the payment options. And then they would just choose the check or cash at checkout. And then it would be up to you to make sure that you collect those funds. I think we're pretty good on questions for the time being. We got a lot of them answered. Again, if they were not covered in today's, right, we will make sure you get that FAQ out here. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, Kristen, I am going to just pull this up here. This is the parent view of the mobile app, if you wanted to take us through this quick.
Oh, yes. Okay. So parents got to go to the My Bookings section. And then you'll see right there, it did tell me my couple of bookings that my brother and niece were in, but I could also go schedule more, right? Hitting that schedule now button took me right to scheduling more bookings right on the site. So again, they click that hamburger menu, they go to bookings and My Bookings. You'll see Ryan is in some lessons with Coach Hannah, Molly's in a birthday party. And then again, I clicked on schedule more so I can get additional scheduled with your guys' organization.
It's also important to note too that the motion, this functionality too, is responsive. So you don't have to worry about parents having to just pinch and, zoom in to find these sort of things. Everything should be right at their fingertips. And hang on while I grab the additional video. Kristen, thank you for leading us through all of this. And, I know it's been mentioned before, but if you guys do want to if this isn't already in your back office and you want it to be in your back office, please make sure you reach out to your account manager. Or if you are new to Sports Engine Motion and want to learn more, make sure you reach out to a dedicated sales rep. And we will have more links and more information for that in the recap email as well.
I do see one question in here too about a bookings trial. If you are a Sports Engine Motion customer, this tool is absolutely free to you. You do not have to worry about doing a trial. If you are a prospective customer, right, we're going to have you work with your sales reps on what would be the best solution for you.
Okay.
We do have another question too. How can parents sign 2 kids up at the same time? Remember, bookings is a 1-to-1 ratio. It is not a small group lesson at this time. So it is a 1-to-1. If you do really want to allow for 2, that would be up to you guys to manage which parent goes and signs up and everything. But at this time, it's a 1-to-1 relationship, no small group trainings.
It's good to know. These are things that also are on the roadmap for future iterations, and the bookings future will receive a lot of those. And we, have got to be in a few different beta tests, and it's been wonderful to hear from the community and from you and to these use cases. So please, all these suggestions, all these features, please keep them coming because it only makes our platform better.
Exactly. Okay, so this looks like it is going to be the admin view. So I'm scrolling down on the homepage. You see I have a bookings management portion. And then once it does take me there, right, the internet is always so bad at my house. So sometimes my stuff runs a little slow. Sorry about that. But when I go back over to the attendance portion, that looks like it's the parent.
Wrong one. Sorry, 1 second.
What I would do is, again, in attendance under that mobile app, you would have an appointments little icon. There it is in that top left corner. So you could click on the appointments. You see on the 17th, there's some options there. So I'd get to see that Michael's booked a lesson, and I can send any messages that I would need to from right there.
Outstanding. All right. Well, if there are no more questions, I will, tie a bow on this whole webinar here and say thank you for everyone for joining. If you have any questions and you're a current customer, please make sure you reach out to your current account manager to learn more. If you are new, rest assured that we will be reaching out again to learn more about your experience and then talk more about Sports Engine Motion as a platform. So thank you again for attendance. Thank you, Kristen, for taking us through it. And we will see you guys again soon.
Thanks, everyone.